Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today, guys, on this episode of John's Arcade, well guys, actually, I'm pretty excited about this episode because we're gonna be going to the garage. Isn't that right, Adam?
Yes, that's correct.
Because in the garage, we have a grail, all right? We're gonna check it out in this episode. Actually, before we do that,
You want to do something?
I don't know, I mean, what do you think?
Such a nice day
It's a
outside.
very nice day, and I thought maybe we should go to the skate park.
Sure.
And then we'll go to the garage. Why don't we go to the skate park first? Does that sound good? All right, guys, let's hit the road.
Skate or die.
All right, Adam, we're in the garage now.
We are. That was fun.
It was fun. You know, we're in a serious skate mood today. And you know, I thought I'd share my new grail with you, Adam.
All right.
You've seen it. You know what's underneath here.
I have. I'm very excited. I'm excited.
And this is a pinball machine I've been looking for a long time.
Okay.
For a couple years. I actually played this at California Extreme and fell in love with it. It was my favorite game in that whole entire room.
Is this a common machine? Or?
No, it's pretty rare. They only made 1,300 of them.
Okay.
And the theme, obviously,
If you haven't guessed.
is something
We're very fond of.
that we are both fond of. I mean, since our whole life, really,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Since our childhood. And this came out in 1990, so it's like, it's right there in that
right.
kind of colors and music and cheese almost.
And it was kind of a cash grab for that whole genre.
Right. So I guess let's just get right into it, huh? All right, you ready, Adam?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right, this is Bally's Radical. This came out in 1990. Again, they made 1,300 of these.
Okay.
And I love everything about it. Well, why don't we plug it in here?
Have you played this since you've gotten it, or?
Yeah, I have. I've plugged it in and played it. I haven't gone through the game, though.
Okay.
And so let's talk about it real quick. So there is an error that we're going to try to fix. It's just a switch error. It could be something very simple. All right, so this game came out in 1990, right?
Okay.
It was designed by Dan Laglos, who I don't really know much about.
Yep.
He also did like Gilligan's Island.
Okay.
The artwork is by John Yowsey, who I love. Like John Yowsey did like, you know, Whirlwind and all that stuff.
Yep.
So you can see it's got the skateboarder dude here. Look at the deck. Like
Right.
each of these things light
Oh,
up here.
yeah,
Isn't that cool?
yeah.
And I'm gonna LED this too.
Okay.
I'm gonna LED the heck out of this thing. but this one is in fantastic shape.
Holy cow, man.
So here's what happened. My friend Daniel down in Georgia.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you saw the Turtles pinball video,
Yeah.
I actually picked up that Turtles for him
Okay.
around here.
Okay.
And then we shipped it down to Georgia.
okay.
He kind of returned the favor with this pinball.
Ah, nice.
So I kind of owe him big time though, because he really went above and beyond. But basically what happened was a friend of his, who was like a air conditioning repair guy or something, he was at someone's house repairing the air conditioner, and this pinball machine was in the basement, right? And so his friend said to the guy, hey, you looking to sell this thing? And the guy's like, yeah, no one plays it anymore. It was like my uncle's. It's been in our family since day one.
Those are the deals. So this is a home use only?
Supposedly.
Holy cow.
So supposedly this is home use only.
Look at the size.
I know, dude. It's immaculate, right? So Daniel like shared photos on the John's Arcade forum, like, dude, you have to get me that, please. So Daniel, thank you so much for doing this. Now, I mean, it's sick, right?
Yeah.
So let's kind of look at it. It does have these stickers here, though. I know that the owner, Daniel, said he had a guy come out and service this all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this sticker is the company that came out.
Sure.
Because this thing has been well taken care of.
Yeah.
Like all the rubbers are brand new.
Yeah.
The flippers got rebuilt recently.
Yeah.
So I think the guy that had this pinball machine was rather wealthy.
Yep.
And Daniel said it was in this amazing house. And so they had a guy come out, I think, and maintain this thing throughout the years.
Okay.
So I don't have to do a thing to it right now. I am gonna put LEDs in here and kind of bling this thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Now the Playfield in general is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that it would be a diamond plate one.
What is it? What does that mean?
So the diamond plate was something that Bally Williams started doing around 1990.
Okay.
And it was basically an automotive clear coat on the Playfield.
Okay.
So like my NBA Fast Break has that.
Sure.
But like right around this, by the way, this game came out like the same year as Whirlwind. And Whirlwind also had versions that were diamond plate.
Okay.
My other one was not.
Okay.
So if it was diamond plate, right here it would say diamond plate below the right flipper, and it does not say that.
Okay.
This does have some insert wear.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see that right there?
Yeah.
That's really the only flaw with this, and my Whirlwind had the same problem.
Sure.
And basically those little stickers on the inserts over time have worn out. Now I don't know. I thought about like,
How do you fix that? You replace the insert? Or is
they
it just a graphic that
they
goes
make
on?
stickers that you
Okay.
could put over it, and then you're
Sure.
supposed to clear coat over that.
Okay.
If I don't know what to do about this, because
Yeah.
the Playfield in general is perfect, really, except for that. And
I'd hate to screw it up. I don't know anything about that. So
well,
for me,
what I would love to do is send this off to a professional, someone that restores Playfields all the time.
Sure.
Have them touch this up and clear coat the whole thing.
Right.
With the automotive clear coat to kind of preserve it forever.
Yeah.
But that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
And there's a company like in down in Arkansas that does it, and they're like backed up for like 9 months or something.
really? Okay.
So if I were to send this down there,
Yeah.
I'd be waiting for a full year to play the game again.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer, right?
Yeah. I mean, and considering the whole thing is in beautiful shape with the exception of that one little spot.
Right. So we might just let it go for now.
Yeah.
And look up here, even like the Bally logo
yeah.
still has the plastic on it.
Dude, no, that's crazy.
Can you believe that?
Man.
But when I put LEDs in this thing, it's gonna sing. And it's got the kind of the weird display that they did in the Ballys here. Now this was like right after I think Williams bought Bally, or maybe, and so this cabinet is different than the William cabinets from the same era.
Yeah.
But the hardware's not. It's got the Williams 11 hardware in here, which is what I had in Whirlwind. This is the System 11C, I think is what it's called. And we'll open the back glass and take a look here. But let's just kind of take a look around here. I love everything about the graphics. The colors are amazing. There's no fade. Like everything pops. I mean, just look at this thing. It's sick, right? I mean, Adam, this is me. This is us.
I know.
I love it. I love everything about it. It's got the original banana flippers, I think they called them, whatever.
Yeah,
those are right.
that. Okay.
These flippers are like a little bit longer than the standard Williams flippers from the same era.
Okay.
And those are the right flippers.
It tells you the whole crew, like who did the design.
Yeah, exactly. Dan Laglos, software by Dan Lee, graphics by John Yowsey, sounds by Paul Hetch. The sounds are amazing on this too. Project leader Peter Perry, mechanical Don Sanjev, electrical guys Lewitt Spitz, John Boydson, and Jeff Jacobs.
I love the kind of, I don't know if cheesiness is the right word, but
Cheesiness is the right word.
around that era.
It's that
you know,
90s
it was like
cheese.
Nash skateboards came out,
Yes.
and it was kind of like a cash grab for anything
Right.
skate related. But
Yeah.
you know, bust a move and vertical.
Yeah, and it
you
says
know,
like skater die, and
just that whole thing.
it's
you
just
know.
all those stereotypes.
Right.
And you know what? What's interesting to note about this game, again, they made 1,300 of these, so this is a pretty rare pinball machine. At the last minute, they removed a bunch of features from the game, and you could put them back in.
Okay.
And back here, so right here, see those little snakes, those snake targets?
Yes.
So when you drop those down, you go inside the snake run, and you hit a target inside.
Okay.
The original game, that target wasn't there, it was a hole.
Oh.
And the ball went down under the playfield, and then went to a vertical up kick over here, and then kicked out.
Oh, okay.
And that was the snake run.
Okay.
And now it's just a target.
Okay.
So you can actually put that back in. And I was hoping that mine would have the hole back here for the vertical up kick.
Yeah.
Because the very early games still had some of the prototype stuff, including the hole for the snake run. And then also, this right here was originally a slingshot. Do you see this? this little triangle plastic piece right there.
Yep.
So the holes are there for the slingshot. And
so is that why they put that flash? They just repurpose the hole, you think?
No. Well, no, I think there's a hole in the plastic here.
Oh, I see.
Like that plastic, I think, was cut out.
Okay.
But there was like a little vertical up kick, like arm. I'll show a picture of it right now. So that right there is what was in the original prototype.
And can you get that mechanism?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That mechanism, I guess, is common with Demolition Man or something. Okay. It's not exact, but it's very close.
Sure.
And if you put the prototype ROMs in here, and you put that hardware back in, you'll get all those features back, and the game knows what to do with them.
Okay.
Including the slingshot that was originally here. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It's actually a huge undertaking. Yeah. And supposedly, I haven't lifted up the playfield to see. Some of the wiring is all there still.
Okay.
So you could just hook up those coils. So I guess we can open it up. I haven't looked inside at the boards yet.
Okay.
And you can see there's a little scuff mark right here. We could probably get that off with some magic eraser. I don't know. Or should I just leave it alone?
I would probably just leave it.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
I don't know. So let's take the back glass off, and let's just take a peek at the boards. So I think, yeah. And I'm gonna lay this in a blanket here. So I'm going to replace all these with LEDs.
And is that just to preserve because the heat and everything?
Well, I want to do it just for the blinginess of it.
Yeah.
Because the LEDs will make this game like 10 times brighter.
Right.
And pictures I've seen on the internet with the LEDs, it's just amazing. All right, so there's the hardware. You know, your typical Williams System 11. Soundboard, the power supply. Is this driver board? I don't know what that board is. What is that board?
Well, there's a ridge rectifier, so go AC to DC converter and stuff going on there. I'm not sure. There is one up there too, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But this is the main CPU. So we got some batteries here.
You probably want to relocate that, huh?
I'm probably going to relocate that, and I'm wondering, and also I want to look at which ROM version I have, because there might have been a ROM update on this game.
Yep.
And we might burn some new ROMs. I'm not going to do that in this video, though.
Revision 1, so.
Yeah, and if you go to like ipdb.org, they have all the ROMs that you can download, including the prototype ones.
Oh, cool.
But if I put the prototype ROMs in here, it would totally mess the game up.
Yeah, because you don't have the hardware to support
it. Right. So I want to basically get the latest version.
Yep.
And I think the latest version of the ROMs adds some like 5 million point shot or something.
Oh, okay.
And because there's like tournaments that they do with this game, like the pop-up tournaments. And they talk about having a specific ROM version so you can get that 5 million point shot or something. I don't know. I have to research this a little bit more.
Sure.
These batteries, I wonder how new these are. These look pretty new.
2025. Those are brand new.
Those brand. I wonder if Daniel put new batteries in for me.
Right.
I'll have to ask him. These look like they're brand new.
And I don't see like any corrosion or any issues like on the pads or whatever. Like the previous batteries had corrosion or anything.
Right. I'm wondering if we should replace those or just leave them.
I think you could leave them here in the short term. I don't think that's going to do anything.
I kind of want to replace them just so I know I'm starting at ground zero. Let me get some batteries. Hang on. All right, so I got some new batteries, and let's just pop these out. And if you ever want to like save your high scores and stuff,
right,
you got to change the batteries when the game's on.
Really?
Yeah.
While the game is on.
Yeah, because.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
If you want to save your high scores,
yes.
right, you got to change the batteries when
you don't want them whatever's there to get lost.
Yeah.
That's like totally gnarly.
it's like turtles almost, right? It does say like cowabunga in it.
Well, I'm reading the front here, and it's like live to skate, skate to live. You know. Just some of the.
And so the polarity on these, the negatives are all on the top. So you can put like an MV RAM in here.
Right.
And there's like some kind of Dallas MV RAM adapter.
And then you won't have to deal with it anymore.
Right. Or you could put a lithium battery here.
Yeah, I've seen people do that too, yeah.
All right, so we got new batteries. And typically what I'd like to do is mark it with the date. Or you could change them like once a year, like every time you set your clock forward or back, you could do it.
Yep.
Okay, so we got new batteries in here. I think everything in here looks original and clean and perfect. I'm not touching it. So let's close it up. And the next time we open this is when I'm gonna put LEDs in. And we'll do a video on the LEDs.
Cool.
What do you think of the back glass? At first I hated it. Like
Really?
Well, I mean, this guy is a little weird, isn't he?
Well, I don't know, but it goes with the whole
Yeah, I know.
thing. You know what I mean? It's just way over the top, like it should be, I guess.
I can't get the key out. Hang on. All right, we got the key out. It's kind of messed up that lock a little bit. We couldn't find the right spot, so we got the key out, and I basically unscrewed it a little bit so that you can't lock the back glass down now.
Right.
Which I'm okay with because this is gonna be my basement.
Yeah.
And then when we move the game to the basement, we'll remove the back glass to be safe. But I want to open this up. Let's look at the playfield and look under the playfield and just see what's going on. So let's pull the pinball glass off. So let's slide it off. This game only uses 2 balls, by the way, which is kind of...
Does it have multi-ball? Oh yeah, it does.
It does, but it only requires 2 to operate. So let's take this and lay it on this blanket here. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the playfield again with the glass off. It's got a lot going on, a ton of ramps.
Yeah.
And all these ramps are in terrific shape. It looks like it was made yesterday, doesn't it?
And it's kind of like, I don't know, the way that the curves are and everything, you'd think it's like skateboard-like, you know, up in here and
Right.
this little thing in here.
I love it. There's like a diverter in the back.
Yeah.
It's got 4 flippers, so there's tons of stuff going on here. Like this is really cool. This little like the ball circles here and then drops down.
Yeah.
Here's a diverter right here. I guess
How
it's
does that work?
diverter.
Yeah, how does it...
I don't know what it.
Oh,
Something spins here.
or it drops down, and then if you hit this, it goes there. If it's
Oh.
up, you can go through it into this one.
Oh, maybe it goes up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. If it drops down.
Then you hit this, and you go down here.
Yeah, yeah.
As opposed to passing through it and going down there.
Like right now, it's up,
Right.
and it can go either way.
Either way.
And then there's pop bumpers here. It looks like all the bulbs are working. All the decals on the drop targets are great.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of ball wear right here. I don't know, I think it looks pretty tight. So let's lift up the playfield. I love the music though. All right. Well, that's interesting. It doesn't have any of those. Hang on a second. So it doesn't have any of the rails. I guess System 11 was like that. All right, let me get the balls out. And then we have this.
Right.
All right, go ahead and lower it. Okay, so let's look inside. Super clean. All right. Very clean game.
Home use only, fresh.
Yeah, I mean that's the story, right?
It shows. I mean,
it does look it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got some scratches and stuff here, but all stuff I can let go. Here's the volume knob. Transformer. So let's look under the playfield here. I mean, nothing's been hacked, nothing's been touched.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want, you know? And then so back here is where that hole used to be for the vertical up kicker.
Okay.
And that hole is not in the playfield.
Right.
So I'd have to drill that hole
Yeah.
and then drill the plastic above it. It seems really hairy. I'll probably not do it.
Yeah.
And then to add that other slingshot that they took out too.
You have to do something similar.
I don't think I have to drill any holes. All the holes are there.
Okay.
We can lower the playfield now. There's really not much else to look at. Like the apron, look how beautiful it is. So the other slingshot was right here, Adam.
Okay.
And you see the holes they have right here?
Yeah. There's like 3 of them there.
Yeah. So like 2 were for the switch and 1 was for the kickback thing.
Yep.
And then so like over here you'd hit the pop bumper and then hit that.
Yeah.
And then tons of action. All right, why don't we, before we bring it in the basement, is there anything else we should be talking about?
I don't know, man. It just oozes that whole early 90s skate.
Why don't we play a quick sample game right now?
All right.
And then we'll go in the basement and then we'll play it for real. but I just want you to hear like the sounds and stuff. Oh, actually, there's a switch error. I want to look at that real quick.
There we go.
So there's a switch error. So if we put it in the test, look at drug users don't get the highest scores. All right, so the test report says check switch, left lock up top. It's that switch right there. So we need to engage that switch.
We have to put it in the test.
Yeah, and then once we engage that switch, I want to put this in factory settings too.
Clear the scores and all that other kind of stuff?
Yeah. But I got to figure out how to get out of here. So I'm going through the menu system and... All right, we got it in switch edges test. Basically, you have to have the center button down.
Manual mode, is that what they call it? Right?
Yeah, you have to have this button down, and then you press this, and then you get into the test mode.
Okay.
And then you take this out, and then you get advanced with that.
I see.
And if this red thing is up, it then puts us in the audit and adjustment settings.
Okay.
All right, so we're in switch edges, and basically what that means is every time you press something, it tells you what you're pressing. And so right now, we're getting the error for that top switch there in that left lane. And basically what happens is over time, if that switch doesn't get hit, it just assumes it's bad.
I see.
So let's see if we can activate it. Yes, it works.
Now is that enough for it?
So now, wait, let's see if that is the right one. Lock
38?
lane.
38.
Oh, it was 39. It was the upper.
This one here? Oh, lower?
Maybe
40.
left. That's okay. That's left lockup.
Where is...
It was switch 39. That's left ramp. Is there supposed to be another switch in there that's missing? There is.
You think so?
There it is. I just hit it. It's down.
Really?
See that? There's supposed to be 3 switches in there.
Oh.
So that switch is bent.
Pull it up and take a look.
Yeah. So let me show you guys. So this little trough here. There's supposed to be 2 switches right here, and there's only one peeking out. The other one is there because I was able to activate it with my screwdriver, but it's so low, the ball can't hit it.
I see.
So that's the problem. So it's probably got bent. So let's lift up the playfield and see if we can pull it out. All right, so I'm gonna let's remove the balls real quick. All right, so see if...
So it's right here?
It's this one.
Well, there's one switch. Oh, is it shaved off? It's this thing here, but there's nothing hooked up to it. I think that piece of metal broke.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Here, can you hold up the playfield and bring the camera over there?
Sure.
So I need to get a new switch.
Yeah, I think so. For this one here. You'll see it's shaved off right there. And I would think that it would then bend up into the groove, up to the playfield and come back down, but it's just sheer.
Oh yeah, it broke. I can clearly see it's a clean break right there.
Fatigue or
so I'll replace that switch.
Right.
I'll just go to Marco. That's a common part.
Sure. And then what was the other one?
That was the only error.
Oh, okay.
Well, you thought there was more?
I thought there were 2.
There's 2 errors?
I thought so.
Well, actually, if we put it out now, so that error, we just got rid of it.
By playing with it.
Just by activating the switch.
I see.
But then what happens is I'll play the game for 2 weeks.
And it'll come up again.
It'll come up again because it's like, hey, no one's hit that switch in a long time. It must be bad.
I see.
But to get rid of the error, you just got to make it do something. Boy, this thing is tough to get in there. All right, so let's reboot the game. How do we get into that again? So this has to be down.
Advanced bonus, 43. That was the other one.
Oh.
43. I don't know where that is.
Advanced bonus. It's probably in the artwork. Advanced. So if we go back into the test mode. All right, so let's put it back in the test. So this needs to be up.
So it was down and then up to get out of it.
Oh yeah. So down. Okay.
There you go, test report.
Check switch.
43.
Advanced bonus 43.
Then I think you let it go up and then you press the button or whatever to get out of there, right?
Okay, here we go.
There you
Display.
go, test, all lamp, single lamp. Switch levels, it's right there.
So it's 7 we want. So advanced level 43.
Oh, 44, but the other one's not registering, right? That's 44. That's not registering.
Yep, it's that one.
Down right there.
Okay, so if we hit that one, nothing happens. So let's take a look under the playfield. I put the balls back in? I did. So it's this one right here?
This one right here.
There's a wire missing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, look at that.
Where is it?
Wow. It used to be there. I mean, you can see the solder there. What the? Looking for a stray wire somewhere.
Should be pretty obvious.
I know. What are we missing? Now, why are there... Well, I guess that's fine.
Is that the common?
This is the No. No, there's no real common on some of these.
Oh, is that right?
Because it's a weird switch matrix. It's not like an arcade game where they all share a ground. It's...
So where...
But that is interesting.
It's got to be here.
Yeah, we're just not seeing it? What in the world? That's really weird.
How can that be? Someone replaced the coils here. Look at this pin coil.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Huh.
Do you think it went over to this? To this ground?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm seeing 2 wires on all these terminals, two, and they're all color coded the exact same way. You know,
Yeah.
same color.
Well, why don't we look at the other targets and see how those are wired? Down here?
Well, here's another one, right? I mean, this is a target, and it's wired this way.
But I want to see like pairs of targets.
Oh, yeah. Where's another pair? So let's see. There should be one. It's hard to tell from this side. That's really weird.
That's got it.
It's got to be from somewhere, unless they... Like, I don't know if it came from... No, that's a lamp. I was going to say, I don't know if it came from a terminal block, but no, there should be just wires.
It should be
somewhere.
super obvious.
Yeah, but it's not here.
How can it not be here? So I'm looking down here. So I think the green is common. Do you think maybe there was a jumper wire going from here to here?
No, I think... Well, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh.
I think there was.
Huh.
From here to here.
Right. I don't know.
Do you want to try it?
We could try that. Yeah, that's an interesting theory, actually. And then it maybe just fell off?
But how could both fall off?
Yeah, I don't know. If it was getting fatigued, somebody was messing with it?
But doesn't it look like there was a...
Yeah, right there. Exactly, right there. And right there.
Do you think it just... I mean, we could put a jumper wire on here.
Exactly, yeah.
And, all right, so why don't we try like these jumper wires here just to see if... I think I'm right. So we're basically just going to jumper those two.
That to that. And so now if you...
Let me hit it up front.
I think I could probably reach it. So this is the...
Go ahead. That's 43.
Yeah.
So that's it.
44 and 43. Yeah.
So that wire fell off.
That's what it was, yeah.
All right, so let me heat up my soldering iron and we'll just solder a new wire in there real quick.
Okay.
And then the other switch error is no big deal. I'll just order that part. It's like $5. All right, so the soldering iron's all heated up here.
And I'm learning something new every day. I mean,
What'd you learn?
I didn't realize they had a service outlet inside of these things.
Yeah, that's what that's for.
Like where we're gonna plug it? Like we're gonna plug it right here, dummy.
So the game's turned off.
Yeah.
It's plugged in,
Right.
but that outlet's still live,
Yeah.
so that you could plug a soldering iron into it and work on the game.
Yeah.
So we stripped the wire. We should probably tin it,
Yes.
and then we'll just put that little jumper wire on there. We might have found the original wire too. There's a yellow wire all the way in the back of the game.
Yep.
We can't really get to
and
it.
I'm seeing like this here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was for, right?
Yep. So we think the wire just fell off
Yeah.
from vibration or something over time. So we're gonna tin it. Adam, when I put LEDs in this thing, it's gonna be sick. So I saw some guy online. He powder coated the rails and the lock bar red,
Okay.
and they put red T-molding on the back box. It looks so badass.
Really?
I'm wondering if I want to do it.
He powder coated this red?
Yeah, he powder coated these rails red.
Yeah.
A color that almost matches this reddy orange neon on the sides.
I see.
I usually don't go for that kind of stuff, but it looked really good.
Right.
But part of me is like, well, this game's super rare. Why would you want to mess with it? You know, LEDs is one thing, but when you start painting things...
In most games, you don't want to go too overboard, but
Right.
this is a game that's the whole mantra, it seems, is to kind of go overboard with the whole theme.
Right. And, you know, I can go buy some tech decks. Should I buy the old school tech decks?
The old school tech decks, I would say.
Yeah, like a old Tony Hawk model or something. There's something I could do. So that wire, for whatever reason, just fell off.
Yeah, it's interesting that of all the ones to go. I mean, it doesn't seem like this one would get any more fatigued than, say, the others.
It's weird to me that both sides actually fell off.
Right.
That doesn't seem likely, does it?
Right.
Cool?
I think so.
Yeah, we're good.
I think that's good.
So if we hit it... Oh, the game's off right now.
Yeah.
So let's get the soldering iron out of here. All right, so we could probably load the Playfield and turn it on, and we should get no error now. And I want to do a factory reset on it. And we kind of wanted to fix these errors first, because if we did a factory reset, all the errors would go away.
Right.
And they wouldn't come back for a week or so.
Right.
Or a few days or whatever it is. Because after X amount of plays, it goes, hey, that switch wasn't hit.
Right.
And then you get the error comes back. Which would be a really dirty way to sell a pinball machine.
Oh, no kidding. It's like, you know, plugging in that computer in your car and clicking the check engine light before you sell it.
Right. And then it comes back. Because it'll come back, right?
Yeah.
Because I actually suspect... There was a pinball I bought that had no errors when I bought. I don't remember. And then all these errors started popping up a couple days later.
Man.
And it made me wonder if that's what happened.
Probably.
Okay, so we want to get into the adjustment menu.
Yeah.
Audits.
Oh, there you go.
Adjustments.
Start at the top. I wonder if it's 0. Nope. Okay,
So 1 is auto replay. So
Okay.
the factory reset was towards the end, I think. Right?
I don't remember. Custom message. Not used. Not used, huh?
Install Add-a-Ball. Novelty. I think we're close. Here.
There you go.
So now I press this.
I think it's... Is it, this here?
This. Okay.
There you go.
And then what?
Then that's it.
And then you
Get out of it.
advance.
There you go. Yep.
All right, so we're now back at factory. Right?
Now, does that clear your high score?
Yeah, it should
Okay.
clear everything.
Okay.
But now we got to put... But now we have to put it back on free play.
Oh, right.
Because if I were to get out of this...
You'll have to put quarters in or whatever.
Well, let's see. Yeah, credit 0.
Okay.
So now we want to go back in, go back to that adjustment menu. I thought it was like 30.
Bitchin'.
Allow bitchin', is that in there?
Allow bitchin'.
Yes, we want to allow
We
bitchin'.
want bitchin'. Oh, I just saw it. Go back.
Free play.
There you go.
Yes. So now if we just get out of this.
Right. I think it's just going to be a loop, endless loop of going through
There.
adjustment. Oh, okay.
So now it's on free play. All right, let's start a game.
I'll drop this back down.
Oh, the pinballs are missing, it says.
There you go.
Where are the balls?
In your pocket? In there? Oh yeah, they're not in there. Oh, wait, no, nope. I don't see them.
Yeah, I see them.
They're in there?
There. There. All right, you ready?
Yes.
You tried, Adam.
Two-player game. Did we do two-player game? There we
Now we are. Okay. I love the music, dude.
I know.
It really matches 720 in the basement.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
There's lots of really cool shots in this game. Like, tons of shots. Hit that ramp.
There we go. Nice. That's awesome. Trying to get up this one over here.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Don't the flippers feel great? So this right here is missing.
Oh, the stopper.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna get that part.
Okay.
I actually saw some people on Pinside saying to remove that and the game's more fun.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Do you think it's more fun to be able to shoot the plunger again?
No, I think you should have it the way it originally was.
Yeah.
This game is awesome, dude.
Isn't it?
Yeah. The whole theme, the sound, everything.
Whoa!
All that.
So I have to figure out, see, okay, the ball came back in.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get that part back on there. So I don't know the object of the game at all. I do know that you want to get, we should really be focusing on those snake targets back there.
Okay.
See those two little snakes back here?
Yeah.
Once you get all three down, you can go inside there and get that shot. So
Oh, yeah.
that's a really satisfying shot. But you got to use the left flipper. Ah. The one thing about this game feels brand new to me.
It does. Well,
Like it doesn't feel like a game that it's 30 years old.
Right, okay.
Does it?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Like that was like, as soon as I got it, I'm like, oh my god, this looks like a new pinball machine to me. Maybe because the colors are so bright, like the new Sterns.
Yeah. And the LEDs are just gonna make that even
The LEDs are gonna be amazing. I love all the ramps.
I know.
There's so many great shots. There. So now I try to get in there. You got one more snake. You cannot hit that with the right flipper. Oh! There. Oh! So now you want to hit the snake run.
Almost.
Ah, you blew it. It's timed.
Oh,
It's a tough shot.
oh, nice.
Okay, so you just locked the ball, I think, right? I think that's where you start multi-ball over there.
Oh. Did I do it? No. Oh, I went.
I wonder if that's Steve Ritchie. It might be, because he did like the Black Knight voice.
Oh, did he do it?
Yeah, doesn't that sound like Black Knight?
Yeah. Oh,
Ah, you drain.
I love the music. And the sound effects.
Whoa!
You see that?
Yeah, little skateboard.
That's sick.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Whoa!
That must be so fun working for a place like that. And just be a software developer or something.
Right.
All sorts of cool stuff.
My ball saved? No. So when we get this in the basement, it'll be fun to see what those lights do in the back glass, to pay attention to those.
Right.
Because right now we don't.
Here, we don't know what's going
It's too
on,
bright out here.
Yeah, right.
So we can't really see that very easily.
Whoa!
Nice. Oh, isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's sick.
I love that.
This game is sick.
Skate or die. So it's saying that because it wants you to go up this. See that there's the skater die is lit
right there.
So it wants you to make that shot. So what do you think?
I think it's incredible.
It's good, right?
I love it. Rad, man. That's awesome.
I love the music.
Everything about it. Stuff that he says.
Yeah.
You hit each one of these, and as you do it, it kind of goes up a note.
Right, and we didn't get bitchin'.
Right. Yeah, whatever that is. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
So this switch that's broken over here, I think is a game breaker. Because I think that you need to lock these balls to start multi-ball.
Oh, right, okay.
So I think it's breaking the game that we're missing that switch.
Missing multi-ball, whatever?
Yeah.
I see.
Because I'm pretty sure this is where it does the multi-ball.
Yep.
It locks the balls in here and then launches them. And I guess it's just a 2-ball multi-ball.
Right.
I'm guessing they decided to do that. Why? Because there's so many shots and ramps. It's just not even. It's not a big multi-ball game. I love this.
The ramps, though, they're so smooth.
I know, aren't they? All the shots are like lined up like my big complaint with some of my mostly like The Simpsons is that the shots were clunky.
Yeah.
Like the shots here all like the geometry is all right.
Yeah.
Like everything's lined up
Right.
to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that snake run is completely dependent on the left flipper only.
Yeah,
and I
right.
think they just decided the right flipper can't do it.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Because this is in the way.
Yeah.
But this left flipper I think is all about that snake run. And then this right flipper is all about this and that.
Right.
You know, and then this flipper.
This flipper brings you up through there.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. These two flippers up top is what gives you that whole
Right. So
crisscross.
everything's lined has a purpose.
Has a purpose, yeah.
And then you have basically a moment in time as the ball's coming down here to hit this and then go up this ramp.
Right.
And then the diverter will then determine
Whether you're going
what you get if you get this tail slider or that.
Yeah.
It's a really clever design.
So the guy said his kids were sick of it, huh? How could anybody be sick of this game?
I know. But I think I guess it was in the family forever and the kids grew up or something. I don't know.
Man.
I'm just happy to have it. My
Yeah.
God. So Daniel, thanks again, buddy. I love this thing.
Bring it down?
Yeah, let's bring it down. All right, guys, we're going to bring us in the basement. Thanks, Adam, again, too. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, guys, let's go.
Wrap your arms around my neck and let me look at you. I may not be perfect, but I've got a plan, and I plan to see through.
All right, guys, we got the games down, and actually, Adam and I moved some stuff around. We got creative here, Adam.
I think we did it. We figured it out.
So Pac-Man is now over here,
Right.
next to the Golden Tee. I moved that small little like dorm room type fridge over here for now. What I'm gonna do is get rid of that stupid printer stand, and we're gonna put the printer on top of that.
Right.
And I'll just throw that thing out.
Right.
Okay, so Pac-Man's over there, okay? And then Crazy Climber is where Pac-Man used to be, and I think it looks fantastic there,
Yeah, it fits there.
right? And then Bally Radical is to the left of Revenge from Mars. We actually tried tightening this whole row up, and we ended up with an annoying amount of leftover space. It was like,
Wasn't big enough for
it was like a foot.
big enough to be annoying, but not big enough to.
Like you can see there's gaps here,
Yeah.
but if you tighten up all of these games, you basically only end up with this much space.
Right.
And it's like enough to put nothing
Yeah.
in. So anyway, Adam, thanks a lot for helping me bring these games down. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's such a fun game. Holy cow.
Yeah, and we'll be talking more about Radical. I got to replace that switch. I'm going to put LEDs in it. I guess I'll make a video of that.
Sure.
I'm actually excited about the LEDs, but at the same time, it's very confusing. Have you researched LEDs?
No, not at all.
There's so many varying opinions about the methodology or the school of thought with LEDs. They have like frosted LEDs. They have clear LEDs. People say to never put colored LEDs in the GI, the general illumination, because it looks cheesy and bad.
Okay.
And then people have all these pre-made kits.
Right.
Like I can go online and just order a Bally Radical LED kit.
Right.
But I don't know what I'm going to get.
Is it the one that really you would want?
Yes.
Yeah.
So people recommend that you make your own kit, and then when you start getting into it and looking at all the choices, your head explodes.
Yeah.
So I think I'm kind of close to narrowing down what I want to do, because Stern, like the new Stern pinballs, they use clear, SMDs.
Okay.
Surface-mounted diodes.
Oh yeah.
They use clear bulbs with 2 surface-mounted diodes inside of them.
Oh, okay.
And everyone says that, or not everyone, but a few people say those are great for the GI.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting those for all the GI in what's called sunlight. If you go to Comet Pinball, and it's more between the cold LED blue and yellow. It's like in between.
Okay.
So I might get all those and get colored LEDs for all the inserts, and then the pop bumpers maybe get reds or something.
Now, do they make an LED that can ramp up and ramp down, similar to like the incandescent bulbs? You know what I'm talking
They have like the flicker-free and the ghost-free that are supposed to be able to compensate for that somehow.
Sure.
Like I put my NBA fast break that's on location at the hangar. Like all of the lower GI bulbs burnt out just from being on.
Right.
I replaced those all with LEDs, and they were just the generic cheap LEDs. And like a couple of them, it flickers like crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when they're trying to turn it down, you get all the pulses. You get the pulses from the power supply, right? And those pulses make the LED just go on off. Whereas an incandescent bulb, those pulses, you can't see the cool down on the bulb, so it looks like it's dimmer. You know. So I don't know. We'll be talking about this, and if you guys got some ideas. So Adam, you want to hang out and do some viewer mail?
Yeah.
All right, let's set up here. All right, let's read some viewer mail here. And by the way, if you guys want to participate in the viewer mail segment, you need to email them to me at john@johnsarcade.com. That's john@johnsarcade.com. It could be a comment, it could be a question, it could be whatever. This one here is from Rob. Hi John, I first wanted to say thanks for all the great videos you've made and continue to post. I really enjoy your enthusiasm, knowledge, and passion for this hobby, and I think you've done an amazing job to help keep it alive and inspire others in the process. I know you're a big fan of Donkey Kong. I was wondering if you've seen the 2015 movie Pixels.
Never heard of it.
And if so, what were your thoughts about it? Donkey Kong played a big part of the film. Yeah, I've seen Pixels. It was fun. It's like good summer popcorn movie. I mean, it's not going to win any awards.
Right. Yeah.
But it was entertaining. They had the little Billy Mitchell guy.
Nostalgic and everything.
And Donkey Kong was a big part. They were training on all the games. Yeah, listen, that movie was fine. It's a good family movie, right?
Yeah.
Everyone leaves happy.
Yep.
Also, have you read the book by Ernest Cline called Ready Player One, which features a lot of pop culture references from the 80s, including a lot about classic video games such as Joust? The reason I'm asking about this is because Steven Spielberg is directing the movie adaptation due out in March 2018, and I was wondering if you've seen the trailer released at Comic-Con, what your thoughts are about it, and whether or not you're excited about the movie. Keep up the great work, and I'll look forward to your next video. Take care, Rob. So Ready Player One, do you have any thoughts about that?
I've never read the book.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I'm not familiar
Did
with
you
it
see
at all.
the trailer at all?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so this book is like, I was a little critical about the trailer, because it's just like at a point now where they're just throwing so much nostalgia at us, where everyone leans over to their friend and goes, oh, I remember that.
Right.
Right? And it's just like, it seems too like deliberate now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, put a DeLorean in there, and it's just like, I'm a little turned off by it. I'm going to tell you the truth, right?
If you put too much, it seems like they're spoofing on it, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Like Pixels, it had like a specific storyline about the video games.
Yeah.
Like they were attacking the world.
Yeah.
Right? The video games were.
Right.
So they had to figure out how they were beating them in the 80s,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
To get rid of them.
Yeah, right.
That kind of all makes sense.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
This just seems like an explosion of nostalgia.
Is that what it is? I mean, I haven't
That's
read
what
the
it
book.
feels like to
Okay.
me. Like maybe it's gone too far.
Right.
I don't know. I'll watch it, but are you gonna see it?
Do you think the fact that Spielberg is doing it, he'll tame it back? He'll make sure
I don't
it's done
know.
tastefully, or
Yeah.
he doesn't seem the kind of guy that would just. You know, I mean, I would expect him to know what the limits are.
I mean,
you know?
yeah, I don't know.
guy like
What
it.
are the limits, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the 80s. I feel like the 80s stuff's been beaten to death, but there's also like 90s stuff in there too, though.
Yeah.
I think the 80s are a little bit behind us right now.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we're in
yeah.
the 90s zone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know,
You can see it with the game prices. You
Yes.
know, for example, of turtles and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you started collecting, you were tripping over turtles, you know?
Yes.
$100, $200.
well, the PCBs are like $600
But
and
now
stuff.
it's insane. What these
Where
games
people
are.
want like X-Men and
Yeah.
Turtles and
Yeah.
all that 4-player
90s
stuff,
yeah.
the fighting
The 90s
stuff.
pins and everything too.
It's all going up. Well, the 90s pins have always.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's like I think the greatest era of pinball ever.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's thought that for a while.
Addams Family and all that stuff. that's
Yeah,
all-
yeah, Twilight Zone. Next one here's from Chris. Hey, John, Chris here. I've been watching your videos for a few months now. I came across your videos when I was researching for a MAME cabinet. I started watching.
You or them.
I started watching them and I got hooked on the dedicated machines. I love them. I can't wait for them to come out. I just picked up a Miss Pac-Man about a month ago, and I just picked up a Defender last week, both of which were not working. Got them both working. I've attached some pictures of them. Thanks for all you do in keeping this hobby alive. Now, for the reason this email, Frogger. Your last video, you said you might get rid of it. If you do decide to, how much would you like for it? My wife has always wanted to get one. Thanks, Chris. So, listen, I thought about selling Frogger until we figured out the layout here. I didn't want to get rid of it.
Right.
Because I thought about getting rid of either Frogger, track and field.
Really? Track and field? Yeah?
I did think about that.
No kidding.
No? You wouldn't get rid of that?
I don't know.
I like it.
It's such a fun game.
I'm not playing it every day.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I like Frogger a little more.
Yeah.
I definitely like Frogger more than track and field.
Okay.
I think Frogger is easily replaced,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that a harder game to find? Track and field?
harder than Frogger, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't get rid of anything.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
luckily, We did it.
By moving that little fridge. Yeah. All right, let's move on. This is a quick one here. Do you still need this DVD? Oh, the subject line is House of the Dead 4. Do you still need this DVD for the House of the Dead 4? I got it, and a lot of arcade stuff I bought today let me know. This is from... Doesn't really say who it's from.
No.
Gerhardt, I think. So, no, I don't need the House of the Dead 4 DVD. Actually, Jimmy Lee in Canada lent me his DVD.
Okay.
What was happening was Jay and I bought a House of the Dead 4,
Yep.
and it was not working at all.
Okay.
We thought it was a bad hard drive, but we didn't have the DVD to rebuild the hard drive.
Oh, okay.
Because inside there's a computer and a DVD drive.
Okay.
And when the DVD drive gets corrupted, it automatically rebuilds itself from the DVD.
Oh, okay.
When the hard drive
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
corrupted. But we didn't have the DVD. So Mr. Lee in Toronto area, or Montreal, I think he's in, he lent me the DVD.
Okay.
Well, it didn't fix it. And it couldn't read the DVD.
Oh.
So eventually Jay and I sent the whole computer system to this guy in California, Ken. It's like I fixed Sega, Ken or whatever. And it turned out it was a bad EEPROM that was soldered on the motherboard of the computer.
Okay.
We would have never found that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So the guy basically swapped computers with us, and he fixed ours and gave us it was like a swap, a core swap,
Sure,
whatever.
sure.
So anyway, he sent us a new PCB. He eventually fixed ours and told Jay what it was, and that's it, right? And then listen to this. And then Jay and I find the DVD for the game
Where was it?
inside the cabinet to the left of the coin door on the floor. There was like this little void because like the cabinet's real narrow. And the coin box is like right here, and there's a space to the left of it like this, and we found the DVD in there.
Okay.
So now I actually have to mail back Mr. Lee's DVD, but we have two right now. So, but yes, it's all fixed, and thanks for the offer though. Anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. Be sure to check out Adam's YouTube channel at youtube.com/onecircuit.
Yep.
And Adam does a lot of technical stuff there. He is an engineer. And if you want to keep up with his projects, what stuff are you working on right now? Anything in particular on your channel?
Well, no. So I've been taking the summer kind of off, and getting a lot of people like, where have you been? You know,
Yeah.
I've been posting. I've just been enjoying the summer. You know.
How dare you?
I know.
I want to do that.
I've been out skating, whatever. So yeah, but now that school is approaching, the kids are back in school, we're back into that mode, and so I do plan on doing other videos. I do have a few. It's all Nintendo stuff, but I have a couple of Donkey Kong 4 stacks, on the bench, and a couple punch outs.
So you're mostly just repairing Nintendo boards.
Yeah, that's deliberate. So I mean, in order for me to kind of have quick turnaround time and stuff like that, it's nice to just stick with a set number of boards that you specialize in. And
are you seeing common failures now because of that?
Like like in Punch Out, there's lots of times there's glitching the players. The guys that you're fighting, Glass Joe, for example, he, instead of a smooth motion as he approaches you and gets ready to fight, it's like sporadic.
Oh, really?
There's counters that are used to kind of have him gracefully move into position, and those counters are typically bad, so it causes him to kind of like jump across the screen.
Oh.
So yeah, but fine tuning your the list of boards that you fix to a small subset, it allows you to easily pick up on failures. Looking at the screen, I've seen this a million times before.
Yeah, it's that.
So exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, check out his channel, youtube.com/onecircuit, and he'll be talking about the pole position thing, and we'll talk about it here. Sure. We talked about this a little bit on the last video, so we won't get into it. Yep. I'm sure you're sick of being bugged about it.
But what are you gonna do?
So, all right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com. We do that podcast live every Tuesday, and also search for our app if you can't listen live. Excuse me. Go to the iOS store or Google Play and search for Video Game Outsiders. The app is completely free, and it's the best way to keep up with all the new episodes. All right, that's it. We're done. Subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends. I'll see you very soon. Later, and bye.